Hi there and welcome to my studio. My name is Gideon, I'm also known as Gideonslight, and I am a creatively fit coach. Come join me in my studio as we play and have fun at the canvas and in our art journals. What are you waiting for? Here we go. Good morning, creatives, and welcome to my studio. We are going to continue to play in my art journal today, celebrating my memories of Bali. So, I've got this page open, and last night I was working on my new canvas. I'm so excited to be painting something for our new home. And I was doing some stenciling and I needed to get rid of some of the geisha that was on it, so I just decided to plonk it down on this open page in my journal. So we have a little bit of scripting here, and yeah, it's a nice sort of initiation to my page. So I want to work with this photograph. It does not belong to me. This is a spa in Bali called Dala, so you can research that. So I'm just announcing from the start, this is not my creative property, but I am going to be using it as an inspiration. So as long as we alter a photograph that does not belong to us and we create something new with it that is completely different, then that is considered okay. But it's in my art journal, so I'm not going to sell it, I'm not making money from it, I'm not claiming it as my own. I'm just using it as inspiration. And I haven't visited this place when I was in Bali, but this photograph for me captures a time past in Bali that must have been mysterious, interesting. I'm thinking of a time before this world was discovered by other people, especially Westerners, when this culture was completely still isolated and its own little world. And I feel that this photograph of this very intriguing, mysterious place is capturing that for me. So I want to play with this as my jump off point, as my focal point. And then I've surrounded myself with some of the papers and things that I've already created that I think can contribute in some way. I've got some of my tissue paper here that I've stained, some of the other things that you saw me make in previous episodes. So I've pulled all of this out and I've surrounded myself with it so that we can get playing in this page. Another thing that I brought to today's session is just an ordinary glue stick, because I want to try something else. I know that I'm going to have to invest in some different glue sticks, but it is possible to do some journaling with a glue stick. You don't always have to use acrylic matte medium like I do enjoy using in this journal. So I am going to get started on today's session. Right, I've sussed out some things. I made myself some fresh coffee because in putting down the first layers of this journal entry, I've eliminated the blank paper and I've placed some color, but now we have to bring this together so that it tells a story and it is a reminder of some of the beautiful things that we saw in Bali and things that we want to go and explore in the future. So I pulled some of my other material out. This is a wall at one of the temple sites that I took a photograph of because the stonework was just so absolutely amazing. I then manipulated it in a paint application, changed the style a little bit, and the color was enhanced. So now we've got some of these greens and reds that we have in this photograph, and I thought that this section might do well to create some interest here to tell a story. I also pulled out this water lily that I've used in one of the previous episodes because I thought an aspect of this might be interesting over this colorful area here, and some of these colors will be repeated everywhere. So these lilies can look nice over there. And then I also decided to break down this photograph a little bit. I thought of tearing out one of these strips of scripting that I created myself with this orange paint on tissue paper, and then we can superimpose this on top of this main photograph. So that is what I've got ready for myself right now. So I am gonna go ahead and get this down. Right, now that I have cut out the excess paper from the edges and I've cleaned it up, this is the final result of this page. I must say I am enjoying the Pritt stick for just getting some papers down faster and having it dry faster, and also not taking so much space in the diary. So I will definitely be getting more Pritt sticks as well for small areas that I want to work on. I still enjoy the matte medium over the tissue paper. Here is a good example, I think one of the best I've got so far, of how the tissue paper disappears, because this was a Gelli print that I did on tissue paper, and I did some intuitive scripting on the plate in the wet paint, and then I put the tissue paper on top, and that's why I've got these negative spaces. And with the gel medium and the tissue paper, then it dissolves the tissue paper, or it at least makes it look transparent, and then you have this beautiful paint design over the top of it. So I think that integrated this photograph rather well. Obviously I think there is a lot to be said for composition, and the more options you have with papers, the more options you have in creating an interesting, cohesive story. But I keep reminding myself as I come back to these pages that this is purely experimental for me. With every page I am learning something about composition and I say creating a piece of art using paper, and that is not as yieldable obviously as paint and other mediums, so it forces you to think outside the box and try something new. And every time I get a little bit stuck, or I feel, oh my word, I'm just creating the same of the same, I'm just reminding myself that ultimately my intention with this journey into my Bali trip in my journal is all about having fun and trying something new, learning a new technique in my studio. And this experimentation is stuff that I then take to my canvas when I produce work of art on a canvas. And I'm interested to see how I can incorporate collage as a method and a technique into telling that story on the canvas. Some of it painted, some of it printed. I think it is a lot of fun, and just paging through my journey with Bali in my journal, I really feel that I have given myself an opportunity to express this color story, this energetic vibration, and a remembrance of what we went to do in Bali and how special this trip was for both me and my husband. So I've wanted to show you that I added one of the tiles here to my black and white collage. I was so happy with this. So I'm quite excited. There is obviously 2 weeks worth of photographs in my journal that I have. My doggies are playing in the background with each other, so forgive the noise. And I will see what else in that very large volume of photographs I have that inspires me, that I will want to continue to tell the story here in my journal. But I'm also excited to say that I have met an amazing teacher. Her name is Robin McLaren, and her journaling, her journal style, and her mastery in this form of art has inspired me to go a little bit deeper down that rabbit hole, and I have just enrolled in one of her courses, so I'm very interested and eager to see how exactly that is going to influence my style and understanding of collaging. So I hope you've enjoyed this journey thus far. Join me again for another episode where we play further in our journals. It might be something completely different. Let's see where this journey takes us. Thanks for tuning in. Remember to subscribe and hit that notification bell button so that you know when I upload a new video. Thank you for spending some time with me. I'll speak to you guys again real soon. Bye bye for now.